Stanicky, what up, man? Are you serious? Have someone call me when you get out of surgery, all right?
You should drive out there. Ricky's been there for you guys your whole lives.
The devil's in the details, my friend. It worked. Atlantic City, here we come.
What we got?
Ricky's cancer's back.
Why does it have to be cancer? Won't everybody get worried?
Yeah, and that's gonna take us right into the World Series.
To Ricky Stanicky, the best friend we never had.
My baby's gonna be born 6 weeks early.
I was born 6 weeks early.
Oh, shit.
I want to know where the hell you guys were tonight. We called every hospital and there was no record of a Ricky Stanicky.
You know, all we did was tell one lie.
Hundreds and hundreds of times over many, many years.
If the truth does come out, my marriage is over.
What if we hire an actor to play Stanicky?
Rock Hard Rod, X-rated rock and roll impersonator.
I do a whole act, wall to wall, top to bottom, jizz jams. Thanks for coming out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So horny to be here.
This is a really bad idea.
Oh, Jesus.
I've been cold turkey in the booze. Ricky Stanicky's in the program, remember?
Oh, Rod.
It's not what you think it is. It's just piss.
I'm a hyper every time. I'm a muff.
I want you to admit that Ricky Stanicky does not exist.
Hey, mas polka!
This is Ted Summerhays, my boss.
Ted, nice to meet you. Digging the suit and the seedlings, man.
The seedlings.
The hair plugs, they're new, right?
This is my hair. We're gonna lose our jobs.
That's my best friend. She a real bad on the dance floor.
Epic night, am I right, guys?
Throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
I was really taken with your friend Stanicky. He's got brass balls on him, that guy. That's why I hired him.
That's awesome. You just said, what did you say? Just say it one more time. We can't let him out of our sight.
Not only did I miss the birth of my son, but I let some porno Peter Frampton impersonator snip his...
And we're done.
Stanicky, you are unbelievable. Show's over, Rod.
It's Ricky.
Ricky Stanicky isn't real.
My job sucked, I had no friends. But now I have all those things.
Are you a fraud, sir?
What's she talking about?
Best friend. That's my best friend.
We gotta get rid of him.
Every time he tries to make a point, it's like he's smoking invisible dogs.
Dear God, it's true.
To support. Now it looks like I'm cupping the balls.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Ricky Stanicky, streaming right now on Prime Video. It's your boy QP. This Nerds Rule the World. And joining me to talk about Ricky Stanicky is my Ricky Stanicky. Glenn Lawrence, how are you, Glenn?
Ricky, what?
I'm blaming everything on you, brother.
I'm real, bro. I'm real. I exist. No Ricky Stanicky in over here. What's going on, man?
I'm good, brother, man. We did, this was part of our entertainment picks last week. And then, you know, we talked about watching the film. You had a chance to put your eyes on it. Let's talk about it, man. If you could just, now that you've seen it, you're fresher to seeing the story. Give us a brief synopsis, and then let's just talk about this film, man.
Well, I remember last week you were saying that you had thoughts on it, and you wanted me to check it out because you had thoughts on it. Ricky Stanicky is a story of some childhood friends. Basically, they invent a person to take the fall for all the bad things that they do in life, and that goes horribly awry when they grow up and become adults, and they need to actually present this person to their families to not lose all the relationships that they have built, like their wife and their job and so forth. So they have to hire an actor to go and play this character that they have invented. I thought it was pretty interesting. It's the latest Peter Farrelly romp. You know, he's done Something About Mary. I believe Dumb and Dumber, I believe, was another one. He just always has the most hilarious films. And this is, you know, following up with that. I will say this, not as hilarious as some of those previous films, but definitely had some moments where I had like a little chuckle with him. I think John Cena does a great job acting. Zac Efron's fun. My boy Jermaine Fowler, enjoyed him in it. Andrew Santino. Anytime they throw comedians in here, I have a great time with the film. So I thought it was solid, man. I thought it was all right. Wasn't the funniest thing I saw, but, you know, in terms of having a little bit of entertainment on a Saturday afternoon, I thought it was pretty good. What about you, dude? What was it that intrigued you, that made you say, Glenn, you got to check this out so we could commiserate on it?
Because you felt so high on it. So I think I feel now justified, because when we talked about it last week as part of my picks, you were curious if it was another Farrelly banger. We're missing a Farrelly brother in this one. It's only Peter Farrelly, not we're missing the other brother. So it's just one of them. And I think it has the heart that most of the Farrelly Brothers films has, but it just wasn't all the way solid. And that was kind of the disappointing thing for me. I thought it was entertaining. I'm a fan of Zac Efron, John Cena, Andrew Santino, Jermaine Fowler. It had some cool moments, but yeah, I just think there was just like a couple things missing, and I'm not sure what it was. Great in concept, but not. I don't think. I don't know. It just didn't hit all the way.
You know, I agree with you. I feel like there were moments, right, that I saw in the film that were very, very funny, and at the end of the scene, usually, like in There's Something About Mary, there would be the capper of like the scene or whatever, and I felt like the capper in the scene wasn't there, like the thing that made you be like, oh, super hilarious, you know what I mean? So that I felt like what was missing. So I think surface level, it was like funny. Then they would have the setup. No, that was kind of humorous, but they didn't have the super punch that they do usually at the end of those scenes that just made you fall out laughing. I think there was a little meat left on the bone, so to speak. But I think some of the actors did a great job. The mom, especially, who didn't believe in Ricky Stanicky, she was pretty funny. I thought that she was pretty believable. I thought she did a great job with it. I do have a gripe though with the film, bro. I don't know if you had the same gripe.
Tell me.
We just talked about this week. One of your picks for the week of March, what is this, March 11th through the 15th, was the Historical Society of Magical Negroes, and I just felt a magical negroness to this. And like, you know, they always have the trope of like the foolish friend or whatever that, you know, I guess can only, like, he's a fool but he tells the truth. I just didn't. I wanted
Do you think Jermaine Fowler was our magical Negro in Ricky Stanicky?
I really wish there would have been more of him. I thought that he did a great job being like kind of a core of like, hey guys, you gotta, you know, believe in it. But I just, they played up like the foolishness of it, and I'm like, all right, he's really just giving them truths. Like, he's not actually a fool, but they tried to make it seem like he's a fool. Because in Something About Mary, they always have like the fool character. And I thought that there was an opportunity to not do that and just have three good friends, not like a foolish friend and then two other friends who were kind of doing their thing. And
he was a pothead with a little bit of intelligence.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of I just felt a certain way. And maybe it's my fault for being black and being like, I hate seeing that trope. But
I agree with you on that one. I felt that he was definitely underused. I loved him in The Blackening. And if y'all haven't seen The Blackening, Jermaine Fowler wrote that, you know, acted in it, killed that fucking film. And I'm excited for Jermaine Fowler's future. And I definitely feel he was underused in this one. And I can see you putting him in that kind of trope here in this one as well.
Yeah. And I thought there was more opportunity for hilarity with them all interacting. But I think once you get that dynamic of like friends with the stupid friend, you know, I feel like it goes into sitcom-y territory, and I think that was another thing that kind of held me back from really loving this film. I think it was just three friends acting like three friends. They all have their own traits, but none of them is like kind of outlandishly stupid. I felt like I would have loved this, you know, even more so. You know, you already have the Ricky Stanicky character being kind of like the levity with the foolishness. You don't need another character who's also foolish being in there, you know, like that's just my opinion of how I would have done it. But what do I know? I've never made like bangers that people love, so maybe this will be just the thing that people like to see. I just don't like to see when the black character has to be the foolish friend, you know, to the other guys who have high-paying jobs that do, you know, normal things. But all in all, I thought there were some fun moments. I thought there was some great stuff in there. Anyway, what do you think?
I don't think you're too far from that, brother. It's something we have seen as people of color in this business and as commentators and creatives in this industry, and the roles they kind of pigeonhole people into. Like, yeah, man, I think the cast was outstanding, but I don't want to knock the Farrelly brother that wrote this. I think they needed both Farrelly brothers to make this strong, because again, that's why I really wanted you to see this, because I really felt the vibe that you were really hoping this to be good. And I was just like, you remember, you know my face.
Yeah.
It's just okay. It was just okay.
But it, like, there's just something. It felt, you know what it felt like? It felt like if this was made back in like the early 90s, mid 90s, hilarious. It would have killed. It would have been gangbusters, right? But I feel like the times have changed, so the hilarity has changed. You know what I mean? So this is just a kind of a good film for what it is. But if you want to have a 2024 hilarious banger, you have to kind of go away from some of the tropes that you've relied on before, like the idiot friend and all these other things. But with that being said, I thought everybody did a great type of character. I'm sorry, a great type of what's it called? Ensemble cast.
Yeah, I love this
really
cast. I like every single one of these people. I think are immensely talented. Zac Efron, John Cena, Jermaine Fowler, Andrew Santino. And with Andrew Santino, we don't see enough acting yet. He's only played side big characters. I'm ready for his star to shine. I'm a huge fan of Santino. So like I was really up on this cast, but it didn't hit all the way. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do next, man. But real quick, man, before we get up out of here, with our final thoughts, I do want to highlight one performance that's probably my favorite performance in the film.
Yeah.
William H. Macy, bro, that plays the boss. And the whole thing where they were commenting on how he does he
was
talks
great
with his hands.
He was great at it.
That was hilarious. What did you think about William H. Macy, bro?
I thought it was great. Again, man, I thought it was very, very funny. However, there's that one moment at the end of every scene that usually the Farley brothers hit that make you bust your gut. And I felt like he was great in him, but I was always like, oh, there's one more joke to make at the end there to get him. But I thought he did a great job with it as well. He was really, really fun as the boss. And I'd like to see more of this cast. I think this cast in different circumstances is hilarious. I think they should keep it together, do some more things. I don't know if they would do a sequel to this, but I would say a sequel to this.
I just need the writing to improve, and don't play my man Jermaine Fowler like a magical Negro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, man, it was solid. So I will give my final thoughts. I think it's worth checking out. If you ain't got anything else to see, you're trying to look for some fun, not quite family friendly, but it's good enough that late night you can watch it with the lady. And there's some humor in there that I definitely enjoyed. So I'd give it a thumb up.
All right. I'd give it a thumb up, not 2 thumbs up. There's something there. The cast there's certain moments. Definitely like the Jizz Jams that John Cena presented. But yeah, I just wish there was more for this cast to rock with. And yeah, our comments about Jermaine Fowler's role in this, again, Hollywood do better. But yeah, I loved everyone in this. We're missing a Farrelly brother, and I think that's what's probably what took away. There's one thing missing, and maybe I'm just gonna say put the blame on missing a Farrelly brother. He should have got his brother involved. I don't know why he didn't get down with it, because yeah, it's not all the way complete. But there you go. There's our thoughts. Ricky Stanicky streaming right now on Prime Video. Glenn Lawrence, if they want to talk to you about all things Ricky Stanicky, how can they hit you up, man?
Hit me up at levelupcomedy.com, Glenn Levels Up on X, or Glenn Lawrence Comedy on Facebook and IG.
There you go. And for me, it's the Legend Kuya P on Twitter, TikTok, IG, all the things, Blue Sky. My links as well as Glenn's are in the comments below the description right there. Go shoot us a follow. Let's talk Ricky Stanicky or anything else. Glenn Lawrence also is an amazing comedian. You want to know about where he's going so you can get that laugh medicine probably a little bit more than you were going to get with Ricky Stanicky. So let me shout out with my brother Glenn over there.
Hey,
follow him so you can get your laugh on in the right way, and maybe a couple laughs with Ricky Stanicky. I'm just saying, man, I wanted it to be more. There you go, y'all. Glenn Lawrence, your boy KP. We out.